Good evening, everybody. We have a little bit of a background here. Um, this is a dude. Hold up, just step out of the way. It says here between the flags. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I think there's a bit of an issue with this poster, which is doesn't actually say the name of the artists. Like I know one of these dudes. I've seen him. Fuck. I don't know why I'm so disoriented today. One of these dudes, I've seen him before. I've seen him at open mics. I've never formally introduced myself, and a few nights ago while I was on my way home, I saw him and his buddy handing out flyers for their show outside of Newtown Station, and that's cool. It's cool that you're trying to promote your show and all, and yeah, everybody's a work in progress. So I'm not going to criticize them a little bit too hard. I'm just going to say, hey, it's probably better for future reference that you actually write down your names on the poster and some more details, because yeah. Anyway, so it's April 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And today's the 25th, Saturday, so I missed out. I couldn't watch any of it. Which is, it's a shame, I suppose, but hey, I'm sure they'll get better in the future. This is a bit of a, for me it's a bit of a gamble because I barely know one of them. The other guy I don't know him at all, so I just don't trust that they'll do a good job. I just don't know them. I'm not saying they're bad comedians. I'm saying I just don't know. So anyway, the time is now 11 p.m. and last night I was up very late, and yeah, now I'm not exactly like sleepy, but I am a bit of a mess, in a bit of a mess situation because it's like the residual of not going to sleep properly. It affects you. So I'm trying to like restart that. Today I tried to tidy up my room, and it's still a bit of a mess. Yeah, so life is hard, man. Life has been really hard. It's been kicking me in the teeth, and I'm trying to be optimistic. But it's okay to acknowledge that I'm struggling. There's issues, and I'm struggling, and I'm in pain sometimes. And yeah, so for now, I think it's time to just try to come home, like come home into my own body, because I think I could have a job. I think I could. I think I've been, in a way, I've been fucked out of the job market because of many factors that are out of my control. And, I don't blame myself for tuning out and giving up on the idea of getting a job after so many failed attempts, after so many times where I tried desperately, very sincerely to get a job and I was hurt. So it makes sense why I kind of just tuned out. I said, fuck this. But saying fuck this came with a price, which is number one, that I lost access to money, which really helps. Number two, I developed a terrible resume. So you just feel horrible. Like when you have a resume like mine with so many gaps where, yeah, I know I did things. I wasn't doing nothing. I was doing stand up. I was making content. I was volunteering sometimes. I was doing a lot of things. Okay. I was helping myself by healing from trauma. I usually would go out and socialize or exercise. But yeah, from the perspective of an employer, my resume right now feels a bit of a bit cancerous, and that's really it's quite demoralizing. So right now, it's not like I'm all doom and gloom. I don't genuinely believe that like I'm totally screwed. I just think that part of my challenge right now is just to find a way to have a workaround with my current resume and my current skill sets. And I still believe in myself. I still believe that I could do incredible things, but I think jobs is does have its usefulness. And one of the usefulnesses of a job, other than money, is just I prove that I can do it. I've always wanted to just prove to myself that I can get a normal job. I can do it without burning out, without going into shutdown, and without sacrificing my artistic pursuits. You see this? You see this? This is my forearm. As you can see, there's a little bit of hair. Yeah, because I applied hair removal cream, but I didn't fully get all the spots, so there's still a bunch left over. There's a lot that I could talk about, and right now I'm not going to get too much into it. But I will say this: I'm in the mood to clear my name. I'm in the mood to open up. I'm in the mood to say, yeah, I could have done better in the past, but I was hurt. I was hurt. I was betrayed, and I was fucked over. And I wanna point out what happened, because it's not fair to say that I was lazy. It's not fair to say that I was complacent. I fought against it. I fought against the systems, and for now, this is my current assumption. I assume that if I retreat, take a step back, and try to come up with a new way to look at things, that it'll really improve my trajectory. Because I have needs and I have wants. Like when I look outside, I see cars, and I think I've always wanted to drive a car. I've always been scared of driving. I've always had issues with it, but I want to drive a car. Same with like attractive women. I see attractive women. I'm like, I kind of want to have sex with them. And I also have fear when it comes to girls. I have fear when it comes to cars. Like I could crash or I could make a mistake. I have fears when it comes to girls. They'll judge me, or they'll hurt me, or they'll neglect me. But fear is only a temporary energy, and you can transmute it. You can take the fear and you can sort of flip it, and that can lead for a very exciting life if you can look at the things that scare you and try to figure out how to lean into them in a way. Because you know what, I think things could change. I would like to be the driver of change, but I think things could change. I think in a couple of years, it is plausible to think that I will have an attractive girlfriend. And I want an attractive girlfriend. I want a girlfriend who I find attractive, both visually, physically, and emotionally. I actually want that. And I'll figure out what are the current roadblocks. I'll figure out what are the current roadblocks, not roadblocks, in the way, and we'll sort it out. So I think I'm going to try and get a little bit of sleep. Good night.